And things were said in previous speeches, and probably by Cruz also, but I didn't get to see Cruz, which is just false. So many things I've done so well. For instance, they talk Trump University. It's a small deal, very small. But I got sued by a lawyer who sues. They sue because they want to see if they get some money back. I could have settled this suit numerous times, could settle it now. But I don't like settling suits because when you settle lawsuits, everybody sues you. It's a little business story. I have friends, they settle lawsuits, and they can't understand why are they always sued. I don't settle lawsuits. We have people at Trump University that wrote, most of them, that wrote statements. And they wrote the statement where, I love the school, I love this. For some reason, I never saw this before, we call them report cards. They did like report cards, essentially report cards, where at the end of the class, at the end of the period of time, they did study. They did a report card on how you like it. Some even did film clips where they actually are in film saying great things. The person that started the suit wrote a great statement saying it was fantastic and did a film clip saying that it was fantastic. And they've just asked that she be taken out of the case. She doesn't want to be in the case anymore. And the reason they want is because she's a terrible plaintiff, because she said all these great things about Trump University, and she's on film saying how great it is. So they put in a motion, which, of course, the papers don't write this, they put in a motion saying that take her name is Tarloff or something, take her out of the case. The reason they want her out of the case is she is a horrible, horrible witness. She's got in writing that she loves it. And I could have settled it, and when I saw her documentation, I said, why would I give her money? She loved the case and she's on tape. Why would I give her money? Probably should have settled it, but I just can't do that. Mentally, I can't do it. I'd rather spend a lot more money and fight. No, you got to. You got to. Hey, would have been much easier if I settled. It would have probably been cheaper, but I don't care. It would have been much easier. It would have been cheaper. Would have been much easier, but just so you understand. So these people, all it is people put up something, and now they get letters, oh, can you get your money back? Oh, we'll get our money back. Yeah, let's join. The Attorney General of New York, this is all a civil case, by the way. It's a simple civil case. The Attorney General of New York meets with Barack Obama in Syracuse. The following day, he sues me. What they don't say is, I believe, $15,000 or a lot of money was paid to the Attorney General by the law firm in California that's suing me. See, I'm giving you sort of a life experience because isn't this more interesting than talking about trade? Trade is easy for us. Trade is easy, but this is sort of life. This is almost like a story on success because this is the way the world works. This is sort of the way the world works. So the Attorney General gets a campaign contribution from the law firm that's suing me. All of a sudden, the Attorney General, his name is Eric Schneiderman, not respected in New York, doing a terrible job, probably is not electable in New York, but who knows. And he meets with Obama, gets a campaign contribution, I think it's $15,000. And all of a sudden, he meets with Obama in, I believe, Syracuse. And the following day or two, he brings a lawsuit against me. Now, much of that lawsuit has been won by me. He's appealing it. It's on appeal right now. But much of that case, it's a long time already, but much of that case, we won. It's won. I don't mean we settled. We've won much of that case. They missed the statute of limitations, and most of it is going away. But nobody writes that. Nobody wants to write that. The rest of it, we're doing very well. We have a very hostile judge because, to be honest with you, the judge should have thrown the case out on summary judgment. But because it was me and because there's a hostility toward me by the judge, tremendous hostility, beyond belief. I believe he happens to be Spanish, which is fine. He's Hispanic, which is fine. And we haven't asked for recusal, which we may do. But we have a judge who's very hostile. Should have been thrown out, wasn't thrown out. And I say, I'd rather go to court, because when you go to court and you have witnesses get up there and then they have to say, but why did you sign a document saying that you love the school, et cetera, why should you pay money for that? So I just wanted to give you a little bit of the parameters, because you keep hearing about Trump University. So it's a civil case. It's a sleazebag law firm that does these class action cases. They're very routine. And I will win the case in the end. I just didn't want to be forced to settle, and I could have settled it before I did this, and I knew somebody would try and use it for publicity, but I believe I can turn it around just to show you how dishonest these people are. And that's the case.